Hi, thanks for finding your way back to my channel and clicking on this video क्योंकि ये वाला again is like my सबसे favorite thing to do. Relation में recommendation. Hello, I am Sucharita and I will tell you what you should be watching if you've been watching stuff. Today I'm recommending two films, both on Mubi, which is a curated streaming service showing exceptional films from around the globe. Mubi premieres a new movie every single day without fail, each thoughtfully handpicked. Here you will find seasoned professionals and new up-and-coming directors, sub showcasing their beautiful, interesting, incredible movies. And you know the drill. Because you're watching this video, you're getting Mubi free for 30 days. To find out how, keep watching. I'll tell you, beach mein, somewhere, what the promo code is for a free Mubi subscription, okay? Now, aaj ki pehli recommendation. Kelly Richards' delightful exploration of dosti, khana, hierarchy, society, ownership, sub. You will find it all in First Cow. If you recently watched Pixar's Luca and would like to watch another movie which explores wholesome male friendships, my relation with recommendation is First Cow, an exclusive Mubi release set in 1800s Oregon, United States. First Cow, which had me from the first frame, more on that later, tells the story of European settlers and other white men making their way freely within a still somewhat unexplored America. Some are poor, some are rich, all equally greedy to be the first ones to begin exploiting the abundant resources provided by the land, not concerned with the loss of wildlife, habitat, or even Native Americans. You meet Otis Figowitz, who's just called Cookie because he's the cook for a group of wandering fur trappers. Mane, people willy-nilly skinning wild animals for their fur. Cookie is a forager, kabhi berries, kabhi machli, lekin he dreams of a better life as a baker. One day he runs into a Chinese man who's naked in the woods on the run for killing a Russian. Cookie ka dil wahan pe pighal jata hai and he helps King Lou escape, forging a bond like the classic story of the man who removes the thorn from the lion's paw and years later the lion then refuses to eat him. Kind of like that. Not that King Lou is ferocious, but when he meets Cookie years later, turns out that he is the ferocity Cookie finally needs to take control of his life. What happens aage and how First Cow or the region come into the mix, please watch the movie on Mubi. The first frame of the film now. It is a quote from a British poet who also is published in the same era this movie is set in. The quote reads, "The bird a nest, the spider a web, man friendship." Yani quite simply, for man to survive, which here I'm assuming is talking about humankind, one needs friends because friends are home. Like a nest to a bird, a web to a spider. The film then follows this simple, one step in front of the other, minimal style of storytelling, intriguing and comforting all at once, aided by wonderful soundtrack composed by William Tyler. After the movie, just kind of sit and listen to the music. It's so good. There's a ton to explore in First Cow, imagery-wise. Two ships crossing still water silently, many animals and what they signify, not just the cow, there's dogs, beavers, other game. It also talks of free will of man. There's many shots that show you coins cut in half and still recognized as legal tender. Kyunki meri marzi. But the most fascinating is Kelly Richard and co-writer/author Jonathan Raymond's exploration of the hierarchy of food in a primal society. Who was allowed to eat what, and why were there consequences if one stepped out of the lines drawn by oppressors, the rich and the mighty? Which makes the perfect segue into my next recommendation, Ani Mani. Uske pehle, how will you watch First Cow for free on Mubi? Go to mubi.com/Sucharita for 1 month subscription, absolutely muft. Now let's talk about the searing Ani Mani, written and directed by Fahim Irshad. Also a Mubi release. The first frame of this film is a top shot of a house where most of the action will then play out. You're slowly dropped into the middle of a family as spectators who just happen to be passing by, but we've stopped to quietly listen ki chal kya raha hai. Bhutto lives with his new wife Tarannum, his parents, sister Nazo and her young daughter Ayat. Surrounded by feminine energy, Bhutto is a loving, mostly mild-mannered man who, after a long stint in prison for a crime he did not commit, is now setting up a small business cooking and selling seekh kebabs and other food at his tiny shop. Just as you begin to feel that चाहे पैसों का अभाव है, लेकिन खुशी की जिंदगी इनकी निकल जाएगी इस परिवार की. Perhaps Bhutto will do better. Perhaps things will begin to look up for them. तभी suddenly a beef ban is announced in India and Bhutto's livelihood, on which the whole family is primarily dependent, is in danger. Ani Mani, again, like First Cow, is an unassuming telling of stories with heavy subject matters. Fahim Irshad talks of being a Muslim in today's India, female friendships, raising a Muslim girl child, bureaucracy, corruption, government's apathy. You see a small child playing empty utensils as drums क्योंकि खाना छीन लिया beef pan ने. Both these movies managed to tell stories with many dramatic turns of events with extremely non-dramatic tones. Ani Mani also excels spectacularly at really capturing a small town on camera. A recording studio soundproofed using egg crates, bricks ki bhattiyan, babudam, crumbling ancestral homes which aren't spick and span and shiny like your regular Bollywood small town affair. Unlike Haseen Dilruba, these locations aren't romanticized. It's a tough life and the film acknowledges it. Mega shout out to actors Farokh Saiyar and Priyanka Verma. They are remarkable and managed to stay on the line where one doesn't quite know if they're actors or non-actors, just living their lives. Ani Mani reminded me of another spine-chilling, award-winning Tamil film, Nasir, by Arun Karthik. What happens to normal, everyday people when politicians begin to play God and divide society basis their own bigoted perceptions of who deserves what? वो भी देखना कहीं आपको मिले तो. Ani Mani लेकिन you can watch abhi, today, right now, only on Mubi to get a full 1 month Mubi subscription free and watch these films with me. Also for free. Go to mubi.com/Sucharita. Go. The best of cinema is at your fingertips. Streaming anytime, anywhere. And subscribe to my channel for more of this. Show some love.